Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Age channel. In September in London, the mandatory challenger Ukrainian Alexander Usyk almost knocked out the local owner of the WBA Super, IBF WBO belt Anthony Joshua in the last 12th round. The victory still went to the Ukrainian, and in March the big guys will meet in a rematch. Despite the fact Joshua barely kept his upright position in the 12-3 minutes, it was also very difficult for Usyk, the winner recalls. Round number 12. The last and decisive one. He was the most difficult. The Ukrainian has an incredible career behind him, both in amateurs and professionals. The fighter has already turned 34 years old. It looks like he was already thinking about retiring. I constantly thank God for all that He has given me in this life. I would not like to talk about retirement, but everything has already been decided. This is not a final decision, but there is a plan. Usyk doesn't hide that he would like to try himself in the cinema after completing his career. Early, he had to turn down Sylvester Stallone when he offered him a role in the film Creed 2. According to the Ukrainian, there was an overlap in the time of filming with the training camp. Yesterday Joshua was talking about a rematch with Usyk. He promised to tear up the Ukrainian like an ice-hot water bottle, agreed to accept help from Tyson Fury, and then pathetically gave up that his life, his health is at stake. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Ex-United heavyweight champion Britain Anthony Joshua shared the mood with which he will prepare for a rematch with Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. In an interview, Joshua leaned heavily on absence vocabulary. "I'm tired of losing. I'm sick of all these boxing sales. I've had enough. Don't be surprised if I smear Usyk on the canvas. This is war. I'm furious. I will enter the ring to kill him. Everything is boiling inside me even now, when I'm just talking about it. Here it is, the right attitude. Here it is, the passion for victory. Here it is, the hunger for new achievements. And no more modesty. All I think about is war, murder. I want to get in the ring and hurt him. I want to take his soul. I want to force him to capitulate." The big man shakes his fists. In September in London, Joshua lost to Usyk by unanimous decision. He lost the WBA Super, IBF WBO titles. The loser took advantage of the rematch clause prescribed in the contract. The second fight will take place in March. Ex-two-time heavyweight champion Britain Anthony Joshua is ready to accept help from compatriot Tyson Fury. He had previously promised to assist in preparing for a rematch with Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. From Joshua's interview: "Welcome, I'm even ready for sparring. Perhaps this will be easiest way to force him to enter the same ring with me. And if it's garlic, then it will be very glad to see him here, and I'll be happy to listen to all his advice." Joshua even began to praise Fury for his victory in the first fight with American Deontay Wilder. "Great job. Although the fight turned out to be very difficult, but that's the whole point. It was his first title defense. He himself now understood what it was like to be world champion. He went through fire and water in a duel. I want to pay special tribute to the work of his coach Sugar Hill in the corner." The second fight Usyk-Joshua will take place in March 2022. The first fight ended with a mini upset. The Ukrainian contender celebrated the victory by unanimous decision of the judges. Former British heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua doesn't rule out that his mentor Rob McCracken will refuse to cooperate with him for a while. In March, Joshua will have a rematch with Alexander Usyk. In September, the Joshua tandem McCracken lost on all counts to Usyk-Lomachenko. Fans and experts are wondering if McCracken is the main culprit of the champion's defeat. Joshua intends to bring in another top specialist, but would like to leave McCracken in charge. However, he is not sure that the mentor will accept this option. From an interview with IFL TV. I have already told Rob that I want to continue our cooperation, but I also want to connect new top specialists. He has not yet given an answer. He may well say, "You know, champ, this option does not suit me. Therefore, in the next 6 months, do what you know, and then come back to me. We are adults, and we communicate like adults. I understand that my life and my health are at stake. I think I need new knowledge." Joshua explains his visit to American top coaches. The same Robert Garcia coached 13 world champions. I'm talking about coaches who have had whole generations of champions. Virgil Hunter trained Andre Ward, a phenomenal fighter. I want to train not alone, but surrounded by other fighters. The Samedi Reynoso, I like his slogan, "There is no life without boxing." His ward Canelo Alvarez is undoubtedly a great fighter. I watched him go through 12-round sparring sessions. I talked to him, asked questions. The same Ronnie Shields. I think he's a great Afro-American coach who has worked with the greatest boxers at various times. Not everyone believes that a new specialist will help the ex-champion. Promoter Bob Arum is sure that Joshua will never beat Usyk, and British heavyweight Dillian Whyte told why the new coach will not help Anthony beat Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk commented on the voyage of the previous owner of these belts, Briton Anthony Joshua, in the United States. He is busy looking for a mentor who will help him preparing for the rematch. Usyk in an interview: "Well, yes, I saw the video because we collect all the information. What do I think about it? I don't think anything. It's none of my business. This is Joshua's case. Let him do whatever he wants. Thank God, I wouldn't think my team is in its place. I'm doing fine." But to talk about a possible duel for the title of absolute champion of the division with the Briton Tyson Fury, Usyk flatly refused. No, I'm not an oracle to you." Anthony Joshua, who gave an hour-long interview to the YouTube channel IFL TV, admitted that he would like to personally tell about the situation at this stage of his career. "Every time people see me, they stick microphones and cameras in my face. So I have guys in my team who speak for me, and they have a pretty comfortable position. When you asked me my reaction to something, it does not always turn out to be true, but people will believe it because you have a direct connection with me. But now I have to take the floor. Yes, Eddie Hearn speaks for me, but he's not next to me in training. Sometimes he says some things, but he doesn't have full access, so he interprets them for his position," the fighter said. Top British heavyweight Dillian Whyte insists that his priority is a duel with WBC champion Tyson Fury after the breakdown of the fight against Otto Warren due to a shoulder injury. "There is no need to think for a long time that I want to fight Tyson Fury, the best heavyweight of all time," Whyte said. "My plan is this, either Wallen or Fury. Of course, Wallen will be upset, because he spent money that he thought to recapture thanks to the fee. Many times my fights broke down like this. But you can't be upset, because you are investing in your career and future." Although I can understand why he is upset, Dillian Whyte said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.